Hi everyone, welcome to the Prestige and Farming Guide of 2021. So in this content, we'll be going through the Prestige, the basic of Prestiging and Farm Relic guides. So guide to farming, what it means, and loads of tips and tricks. So what is Prestiging? Prestiging is the process of bringing your game back to the very start and the very first level, and oftentimes losing your powers, weapons, or the like, but relying on your presence of special items that allow you to progress faster and the next go around. How can you prestige in the game and do it right? Well, this guide takes you step by step on the process and how to become a master. The basic of prestiging, now there's two different ways you can prestige in Tap Titans 2, either by joining a tournament where you prestige automatically when you join, or by clicking the prestige button, which is found on the first tab to manually prestige. This can only be done after you've reached 80% of your current max stage. Often it's best to wait to prestige. It's always best not to prestige as soon as you're able to. You might want to get more artifacts as a result of prestiging. So if you want to do this, wait until your hero levels have gone up a bit, complete more levels, kill more bosses while unlocking more heroes. Each time you unlock a new hero, it will help you give that extra boost for some more level gains. Keep going until you can no longer kill a Titan boss or the time between bosses exceeds a few minutes. The benefit of waiting to prestige is that you get much more higher relics and even more chance of unlocking skill points and equipment along the way. What can you do if you've got lots of relics? If you currently have lots of relics on you, then you've got the option to buy new relics or upgrade an existing ones. It's recommended that you level your books of shadows in between tournaments, and during tournaments switch to your build type artifacts or buy new artifacts. More money at the start of the run. Tap Titans 2 has Make It Rain perk, and this comes available to you either via daily rewards or by buying it with diamonds from the shop, or dropped from Fat Fairies, or winning from a perk type tournament. It's always best to use Make It Rain at the start of the run, as it will give you the best boost in gold to help buy higher powered heroes at the start of your run to make it a bit easier. You can also use Clan Crate if you don't have any Make It Rain perks available. I recommend to use the features at the beginning of a tournament on your first run to give yourself a better head start. When to prestige in a tournament? During the first run of the tournament, Porter is not available, so it's recommended to push past your current max stage and go as far as you can before you prestige, so you can enable Porter up into a higher level in your second run. Join a clan and prestige faster. Joining a clan early is a great way to prestige and farm faster. Try to join the highest level clan as you can, which has a very high clan experience. Clans with high clan experience will give you a bigger boost in advanced stage start. The higher the advanced stage start lets you begin at a higher stage after you prestige. This will make your run time much shorter and gives you more time to prestige even more. Guide to farming. Farming is part of the game which we spend most of the time on. It's good to understand what we need to do to maximize the benefits we get through the time we spend. For those who don't know, farming is the act of prestiging, typically below our max stage, to gain relics and to help level up our artifacts to become stronger. Meanwhile, pushing is when we exceed our max stage and trying to increase as much as possible. The basic premise of farming is simple. You prestige, play until you slow down and can't easily progress, then prestige and do it again. Typically, this slowdown point is around when you cannot kill the bosses in a single hit, or you cannot splash anymore. However, this exact point will be different for each player and each build. This is when the metric for determining your most optimal prestige stage comes into play. Relics per minute. Simply put, you can use your prestige screen to compare the number of relics you get from prestige and amount of time it took to get there. Point where you are getting the largest number, when you divide your number of relics by your minutes to reach that point, is your optimal prestige point. You may find that you're pushing even when things are slow can actually increase your relics per minute due to the relics gains you get from increasing your max stage. You need to do this to find out for yourself. When talking about farming, speed is typically one of the biggest concerns. You want to be able to do your farming runs quick to maximize your relics gains, but you also want to make sure that you do not lose too much power when doing this. Having fast farming prestiges is important, but it's also important to maintain higher relics per minute. We can break down ways to improve our speed into some distinctive categories. Prestige relics. Books of Shadows is known as the most powerful artifact for a reason. It's simply because it allows you to gain many times more relics each prestige than you normally would. More relics equals more artifacts levels, which equals more power, and more progression, which equals more relics. Splashing and skipping boosts. These help you go faster by increasing your splash count, splash skip, multiple spawns, and porter snap spawn chance. These are typically the boosts that people refer to as farming boosts, simply because they give you any damage or gold boost damage by themselves, but increase the speed you can farm. Cooldown reduction and duration increases. These help you reduce the amount of times you need to interact with the game in order to prestige, or reduce the time waiting for an event to happen. Mana capacity, mana regeneration, and mana cost reductions. These allow you not to wait around for mana and thus allow you to progress without interruptions. These are similar to cooldown reduction methods in the last bullet point, but some builds like Heavenly Strike have such high mana requirements that they deserve their own category. Faster sources of gold or damage. For gold, getting boosts to help boss or chest and gold can be better than boosts that helps fairy or pet heart Midas gold, simply because these gold sources will pay out your gold faster. Similarly, a damage multiplier that doesn't require a delay is faster than something like the boost from Anchoring Shot, Lightning Strike or Doom, and thus are excellent for farming. While a damage skill that requires a delay can be powerful, this delay can reduce your relics per minute, even if you do end up progressing further in a prestige. Silent March boosts allow you to progress offline faster and more smoothly, allows you to pay less attention to the game and get greater rewards. This includes boosts to inactive damage, multi-spawns, and inactive advancement speed. When looking at how you evaluate your build in terms of farming, you want to consider these above points. You care about how much you build with Splash, how many hits you take to defeat a single stage, and how long you need to wait to defeat a Titan. These can typically be seen at a glance by checking your Splash skip, splash count and cooldowns of your build, but the true test will always be simply to try it out for yourself and find out your relics per minute. Equipment farming. No matter how dedicated you are, you want to try to do 4 prestiges a single day. This is due to equipment farming. Equipment farming is a way we can gather up a maximum of 20 equipments per day by progressing through stages we have already beaten. More specifically, up to 5 equipment, low max stage players will get 3 or 4, and will randomly be distributed among bosses between 80 to 99% of your max stage when you prestige. When you defeat these bosses, you'll get equipment drops. This is a great source of free diamonds and an additional chance of equipment to complete your equipment sets or improve on your current equipment. As a special consideration, you should make sure that you pick up your farmed equipment off the ground before your daily shop resets happens at midnight. Your daily farmed equipment count will reset at midnight, but any farmed equipment you have on the ground will count against your farmed equipment count for the next day. This means that if you keep all 20 equipment on the ground, you not get any new farm equipment if you pick them up the following day. Tournament farming. There's a tournament farm method, but this is really only for new players that have not collected all the artifacts or enchantments yet. This is a method you need to do as many prestiges outside the tournament and level your books of shadows. You can also level your other artifacts if you wish, but the most important thing is not to unlock any new artifacts or enchantments until you have entered a tournament. The reason for saving your artifacts and enchantments for tournaments is so you can get placed more highly and therefore gain more resources to help you progress through the game faster. I recommend you always push in every tournament when getting new artifacts and enchantments so you can get higher max stage for more relic gain, and also higher level equipment will become available as equipment is level based on your max stage. Now, it's gone through the basics of farming and prestiges. If you have liked the video, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notifications so you're up to date when the latest guides and information come out for Tap Titans 2. And thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.